Can you just walk us through the final pass, kind of what your eyes are seeing and your decision-making process?
Yeah, we had about 2 or 3 guys in front of, either stacking Swift or, excuse me, stacking Swift or right there with Swift. And so, rolled out and saw Cole and tried to give him a big boy ball, try and let him go up for it because I ended up seeing 25 starting to sprint. And so tried to slow him up and, kind of give him a chance in those moments. It's, got to have it moment. And they had a guy trailing me. And so didn't feel that I could go get it myself. And so just got to give Cole a better shot at it. I think, next time just extend him a little bit more and kind of lead him. But in those moments you want to put the ball in play and trust your guy or, try to have your guy go make a play and just got to give him a better ball.
Have you had a chance to rewatch it yet?
No, haven't watched it yet.
Sorry. What's the feeling in the locker room after coming so close? Is it resolution? What is the general feeling?
Yeah, it's frustration. Just because we shot ourselves in the foot. I think more than anything, and so I think that's where the frustration comes from. We had a great shot early in the game with the interception. Defense doing a good job, and then we kind of let them get going, and they put up some points on the board, and we had to try and rally it, and it's not always going to work in our favor. And, we work our tail off to try and, not have these, situations. But when the situations do, come, we gotta try and go make plays and try and, come back and make the right plays to, seal the win.
What's your gut? What's your game standpoint? How were you guys able to get in the rhythm in the second half? They really weren't in the first half.
Yeah, I think it's mindset, and then I think it's just execution. Small details. It's something that we spoke about that they weren't necessarily confusing us or doing anything too out of the ordinary. It's a good D coordinator, and they've been a good defense throughout this year. But and kudos to them for making the plays when needed definitely at the end of the game. So but I think it was more of us shooting ourselves in the foot and not making the plays and the small details. And like I said, that's something that we spoke about in the locker room before we came back out. Is focus on the small details, doing our job, execution, and then we're able to start getting on the same plays. And then I think we had a couple good plays that made a spark for us, and we started to get going.
What was your feeling of the offensive rhythm in the second half? You guys really moved it well.
Yeah, I think that kind of what I just said. It's just we needed a spark, and we ended up having a spark with one of the passes, or we came out run the ball well and things like that. So I think it created a good momentum for us, and like I said, we were executing the small details.
The extended play completion, you hit the Cole up your sideline in the third quarter. What did you see on that one?
Just saw Cole do a good job being aggressive and trying to make a play for the team. He got in front of and stacked the defender and just gave him a shot.
Caleb, independent of the result, what's the value of this team playing in this high leverage, high stakes, big stage?
Yeah. Obviously our goal is to win every single game, and our goal is to win these games and then get to the playoffs. And so it's a playoff atmosphere and going versus a rival and things like that. So it's good for us to be able to find ways to rally, and obviously we want to focus on having a better outcome and starting faster and all these different things. But it's definitely definitely useful for us for just in case we go on the road at some point and in the playoffs and things like that. It's something that we're going to use in the future and throughout my career. But we got to focus on this next game coming up to get to that point.
Caleb, what did you learn about the downfield passing attack in the second half? Like how that was able to come alive that you think you can apply earlier in the game?
Yeah, I think it just comes down to small details for me. I think it comes down to footwork, getting in rhythm faster, and then small details for us in the passing game, making sure everybody is where they need to be, and communicating that properly, and just creating the right mindset on those drives and going into the drives.
See these guys again in 13 days.
Yep.
What do you learn? What can you take from today that can help you then?
Yeah, we need to start faster. I need to start faster. We need to start faster, and I think that'll do us well. As a team and as an offense, especially. That's something that they did better than us today, I would say, and then they made plays at the end of the day. A few more plays than us.
With the 4th and 1 play there at the end, did you have a different play in before they banged the timeout? Or?
No. We end up calling the same play, yeah.
Caleb, Ben said he had a big guy touchdown teed up to Theo. Obviously, Theo got taken away on that play, and you had something over on the other side.
Yep.
How does that unfold for you? Obviously going there first and then.
If Theo popped, just give him a good ball. Don't kill him with the ball, and they end up covering him down, and then just went through my other reads, and Colston ended up popping open.
You might answer this one. How tough is that throw moving to your left?
Not tough at all. Just got to give him a better ball. Thinking too much.
How would you describe the emotion of Lambeau Field?
Great. Yeah. The energy. You love being in these games. You love being in these competitive games. You love being in these high-stake games. You love being in, away games and things like that. And, that's what it's going to take. You got to win on the road. Half the season is on the road. Playoffs, a lot of times on the road. And so just being able to cherish these moments and learn from them, whether it's a win or a loss, is really important.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thank you.